Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a close look at the source material you've shared with us. It's all centered around this, well, profound idea of seeking freedom in every corner of your life.
That's right.
So our mission today is really to, cut through the noise, get to the essential insights on living more, worrying less, and, well, doing what you love.
And we'll be guiding you through the concepts and stories in these sources. Think of it as an exploration, really.
An exploration.
Yeah, into the invitation these sources offer, an invitation to sort of navigate away from feeling stuck.
Trapped.
Exactly, trapped, held back towards living with more, I guess, ease, authenticity.
Yeah.
And it really gets that feeling caged, that suffocation, the inertia, the guilt, the pain. It's common. It's a very human thing.
So if you feel that way, you're definitely not alone.
Absolutely not.
And the sources, they hit you right away with this really vivid metaphor, don't they?
You're out of the cave.
The feeling of being trapped in a cage. It brings up that image, the bird, maybe with broken wings.
Yeah. Longing for something more, for the open sky.
The deep longing is to fly free, like that bird escaping.
And that's the starting point, isn't it? The sources want us to understand the why. Why do we feel trapped?
Why do we build these cages?
Mm-hmm.
Or find ourselves in them?
Right. And crucially, what path do they suggest for actually choosing our way out?
Because that's key, the idea that choice is available.
Fundamentally, yes.
Okay, so let's dive into this concept of the cage. It's not always about, concrete external things, is it?
Not at all. That's one of the first big insights, I think. The sources describe it less as external walls and more as, well, an intangible emotion.
Psychological.
Deeply psychological, yeah. It's often about perception.
That feeling,
Sure.
that vague grayness,
Mm-hmm.
or that muffled rumble where maybe joy used to be.
Yes. It's hard to pin down sometimes.
You just know it's there.
Exactly. And it's often elusive because its architecture is internal. The sources, they show how it's built piece by piece.
From our thought.
Our thoughts, yeah, our sort of knee-jerk emotional responses.
Mm-hmm.
And the stories we tell ourselves about our situations over and over.
Oh, the stories.
And here's where it gets interesting. As we give these things attention, as we dwell on them,
They solidify.
they weave together and harden into the actual bars of our cage.
Wow. That's a really crucial distinction. There's that example they give.
Oh, the mother one.
Yeah. I am a mother of two small girls.
Yeah,
That's presented as just fact.
right.
Context.
The situation.
But then the contrast.
Mm.
I feel caged by bars of guilt, frustration and stress, and low self-esteem from lingering baby weight.
And there it is, the profound takeaway. The context itself being a mother, that's not the cage.
It's the perception.
It's a perception, the story layered on top. The guilt, the stress, the focus on flaws. It's not the situation, it's the internal narrative.
That really shifts everything, doesn't it?
It changes the game.
So, okay, if the cage is mostly internal, built by perception,
Mm-hmm.
where does freedom come in? So the sources have this really hopeful idea about it.
Yeah, that freedom isn't something you have to go out and get.
It's not external.
No, it's presented as an innate capacity, something fundamental. Like, you know how love is often described as our essential nature?
Mm-hmm.
Freedom's like that too, part of our core programming almost.
Okay.
And recognizing the cage, seeing it clearly, that's the absolute first non-negotiable step.
Why is that so crucial?
Because once you identify the cage, you become aware of the obstacles, sure, but also, and maybe this is more important, you see the world beyond the bars.
Ah, right. You glimpse the possibility.
Exactly. And that awareness, it can spark something powerful. A deep longing, maybe. A vision you'd forgotten.
And this connects to the free self.
Precisely. The sources introduce this beautiful concept of the free self. It's always there, they suggest. Flying nearby.
Calling to you.
Yeah, trying to show you what's possible outside the cage. It might show up as a memory, like the author's mountain memory.
Or a daydream.
Or a daydream, or just this persistent desire for change that won't quiet down.
Like a feeling.
The feeling, yeah. Or like a child gently tugging your sleeve,
Yeah.
just reminding you. Or that memory of being 17 on the boat, feeling the vastness, possibility.
But life, it rarely goes exactly to plan, does it? We end up in unexpected situations.
Oh, absolutely. Contexts we didn't choose.
So how do the sources suggest finding freedom within those contexts, even if it's just temporary?
Well, this is a really practical part of the journey they describe. The focus isn't always on immediately changing the external situation.
Okay.
It's more about accepting it, for now at least, and shifting the focus to finding the feeling of freedom inside it.
And this ties into finding the gift in the context, that idea.
Absolutely. Every situation, no matter how tough, holds a potential gift. Maybe a lesson, a new perspective.
An opportunity you didn't expect.
Exactly. Or even just, a deeper sense of gratitude. Think of the examples. The friend with the broken ankle.
Right, who couldn't do her usual things.
And so discovered other abilities, started an online business.
Yeah.
Or Pia, nursing her mother, finding deep gratitude in that difficult time.
The context was hard, but the gift was found within it.
Precisely.
Another really practical thing they talk about is creating space.
Yes. So important.
The author's story as a new mom is so relatable there, feeling like a robot.
Totally overwhelmed. The cinema story with the crying baby.
Oh, yeah.
Losing yourself in the demands.
It's so common. And her solution wasn't some huge overhaul. It was small things.
Tiny steps.
Tiny, deliberate acts. 5 minutes to just breathe. 10 minutes barefoot in the garden. 20 minutes for tea and a magazine.
Not grand escapes, just pockets of freedom.
Intentional pockets, created right in the middle of the chaos.
And the ripple effect is amazing. Those small bits of space, they eventually led to bigger ideas.
Like the little beach hut of dreams.
Right.
And that's the connection the sources made. Creating even small amounts of space, physical, mental, it allowed room for a big idea about personal freedom to kind of slip in.
So space isn't just for rest, it's fertile ground.
Fertile ground for innovation, for charting a new course. Absolutely. So, escaping the cage, it's not the end point. The sources frame it more as the beginning, right?
The beginning of learning to fly. Which is exciting, but maybe a bit daunting too.
Yeah, they capture that feeling at the threshold really well. You're out, it's exhilarating, but you might feel a bit all at sea.
Uncertain, yeah. A little wobbly, maybe.
Like the caterpillar analogy.
In the cocoon, yes. That discomfort, that struggle, it's part of developing the wings.
It's necessary.
It is. And a huge part of this learning to fly stage is about, letting go and losing control.
Oof, that's a big one.
It is. The sources contrast it with that tight, grasping feeling of trying to control everything, like the wind in the folktale.
Right.
Trying to force the coat off.
Right, which fails.
It fails. Letting go here is described more like the sun in that tale. Gentle, trusting surrender, achieving the goal by just being.
Because trying to micromanage everything is just exhausting.
It's unsustainable.
Right.
And ultimately, it doesn't really work.
So how do we actually fly? The sources use that physics analogy.
Yeah, the bird needing to balance forces. Weight and lift. Drag and thrust.
Okay, let's break that down for freedom seeking. Weight seems pretty obvious. Things weighing you down.
Yep. Burdens, responsibilities perceived negatively, old baggage.
And lift. What lifts you up?
Everything that elevates you. The sources mention the voice of your inner sage, that wise part of you.
The counterpoint to the inner critic.
Could be, yeah. That inner confidence, that knowledge of your own strength. Positive self-talk, inspiration.
Okay. Then there's drag. This feels very real.
Oh, it is. It's the negative impact from others, the wing-clipping, dream-crushing stuff, naysaying, jealousy, disapproval.
But it can be internal too, right? Old stories, the inner critic.
Definitely. That internal drag is powerful. Remember Alan's story?
The diver?
Yeah. Dives in confidently, then that inner voice screams, fake, and he retreats. That's drag. Ingrained self-doubt. Old narratives pulling you back.
Wow. Okay, and thrust. The opposite.
The essential opposite, yes. Positive impact. Support, reassurance, comfort, cheerleading, accountability, trust, love. It's the positive wind beneath your wings, helping you move forward.
So the challenge is when weight is too much for lift.
Or when drag outweighs thrust, makes it incredibly hard to take off or stay airborne.
And this leads into the inconvenience of authenticity.
Right, because making choices for your freedom, well, it might be inconvenient for others.
Or even feel threatening.
Especially to those close to you, yeah. They might react by trying to hold on tighter, essentially becoming drag.
Which makes that practical exercise so useful. Entry 17.
Yes, listing people, identifying their drag and thrust effects. It's not about judging.
It's assessment.
Honest assessment of the dynamics, understanding how to navigate those relationships. And sometimes the sources acknowledge distance is necessary for your own flight.
Life isn't always smooth sailing, though, or smooth flying. The sources talk about turbulence.
Yeah, those curveballs, the things that hit you out of nowhere, feel like being punched, sent spinning.
That messy, uncomfortable part of change.
And growth, yes. It's inevitable turbulence. But the sources say you can prepare for it in a way.
How does it impact you?
Well, it shakes everything up, often forces you into survival mode. But interestingly, it can also bring this extreme clarity about what truly matters. Your priorities snap into focus.
And the kintsugi analogy here is just wow.
Isn't it beautiful, repairing broken pottery with gold,
Not hiding the cracks.
highlighting them, embracing them as part of the history, the beauty? We don't need to hide our own shattering. The cracks become part of who we are.
Part of our unique story.
Exactly. And crucially, when someone else is going through it, you can't fix them.
You support the reconstruction.
Like the gold supports the pottery.
Yes.
The sources give 3 actions for navigating your own turbulence. Breathe. Wing tuck.
Which means?
Slowing down, protecting yourself, conserving energy. And huddle.
Seek support.
Seek that vital support. Lean on your flock.
Holly Deacon's story.
Hmm?
Her sister's suicide. That's such a powerful, raw example of extreme turbulence.
It really is. And you see those actions play out. Her friends huddling around her, just offering quiet presence.
Yeah, huddle.
And the car journey home, a necessary wing tuck moment. And then that unexpected song on the radio.
A moment of clarity?
Release.
Something like that. Showing how these simple things can be lifelines, even in unimaginable pain.
Even in chaos.
Even then.
So, okay, freedom isn't static. It's not like you escape the cage and you're done.
No, the sources are clear.
Yeah.
It requires ongoing initiative, conscious choices, day after day.
You don't have to be the boss of the world.
But you can take a strategic approach to your own life,
Yeah.
your own flight path.
And the sources offer practical tools for that, like managing resources.
Yeah, the author's bedroom floor moment.
Yeah.
That sudden realization.
All the money wasted on convenience. Coffee, ready meals.
Time, energy, money. Just leaking away unconsciously, which led to big changes for her.
Downsizing, moving city.
All specifically to free up those resources, time, money, energy, to invest back into her freedom. And it involves family, too, inviting their free selves.
See, family meetings, yeah.
Yeah.
Discussing the direction together. It's about conscious allocation. Another tool is building a flight fund.
An emergency buffer.
But it's more than just financial security. It's about enabling future choices, escapes, dreams.
Changing the internal script from "I can't afford to"
to "I can't afford not to." Empowering.
and then drawing up a flight plan. Not rigid, but
Directions.
exactly. Having a direction without being locked in. Setting mini goals, breaking them down, adding deadlines, listing resources you need.
What's the real power in that?
According to the sources, it's capturing your vision in one clear sentence.
Yeah.
Committing to it. It becomes your beacon.
A guiding star.
Something like that. Then there are the listening tools for navigation.
Okay, what are those?
3 main ones. Logic, facts, what you get told, advice, external input. And the third,
Intuition.
intuition, your 6th sense. And the sources really stress this. Ignoring intuition is dangerous.
Because it's the voice of your free self, trying to guide you.
How do you listen to it? How does it communicate?
Often through your body. The sources say, listen intently. Pleasure, pain, subtle aches. Your body knows.
Like Annalise Nuckman's story. The rock climbing trip.
Perfect example. Finishing a big project, feeling that longing for the outdoors, and just listening to it. Booking the trip.
There's an exercise, too, about trying on choices.
Yeah, entry 24. Literally imagining making a choice and noticing your body's physical reaction. Does it tense up? Relax.
Interesting. And what about signs? The sources mention signs.
Yeah, those serendipitous moments, like the Namib Desert story about the paragliding crash.
Involving the author's brother.
Right, or that childhood memory of the plasma globe, that sensory hit connected to energy, possibility. Their meaning is personal, but they can be helpful markers.
So all these tools, they really boil down to making conscious choices.
Absolutely. Choosing is vital. And not choosing, that's also a choice, with consequences.
To talk about JOMO, joy of missing out.
Yeah, shifting from FOMO, fear of missing out, to JOMO. It's healthier. It comes from trusting your intuition, knowing what's right for you.
Like the author's visioning. Cookbook, garden, friends, simple things.
Getting clear on what felt right for her, not what external pressures suggested, trusting that inner knowing.
Okay, so you're on this journey, learning to fly.
Mm.
You need support, right? Finding your flock.
Immensely important. Finding that community. Birds of a feather.
And the sources suggest this happens kind of naturally.
It often does. When you start taking action towards your own freedom, you naturally attract others on a similar path.
Like the Costa Rica trip example.
Exactly. She wasn't looking for friends, she was looking for herself. And in doing that, she connected with others, like the surfer on the plane.
Because they recognize something in each other.
Resonance and their strength in community, safety in numbers, collective voice, shared resources, wisdom.
So it's important to stay connected.
It's definitely. Champion each other. Regular communication. And the sources mention the richness of friendships across different ages within that flock.
How do you find them? The sources give ideas.
Lots of ways. Physical challenges, retreats, workshops, online communities.
Sharing inspiration online.
Yeah, or just meeting for coffee with the intention to talk about dreams. Joining groups like the Society of Freedom Seekers mentioned. Being open.
And as you do this, dreams start to form. They're described as delicate.
Precious and delicate, yeah. Like seedlings, needing care, feeding, watering, before you know which ones will really take root and flourish.
And that word, frangible.
Fragile plus tangible, a great word for it, because they are real, tangible possibilities, but also fragile.
Too much pressure too soon.
Especially from the wrong people,
Yeah.
you make them shatter, turn to dust.
So protect them.
Protect them fiercely, nurture them privately at first, share them only in safe places.
With trusted friends, mentors, your flock. So wrapping this up, the big message is activating these freedom keys, using the tools, making the choices. It's not a one-off.
It's a daily decision. That's the core takeaway.
Life keeps happening. Things change.
But now you're equipped. That feeling of being trapped might try to creep back.
The color seeping out, shadows moving in.
You might feel it, but now you have the awareness, the tools to recognize it early, to stop yourself getting caged again.
And understanding that life cycles. Growth isn't always linear.
Right. Project cycles, phases of growth. It's okay to have quieter periods, consolidation periods.
And the promise.
Yeah,
The sacrifices, the investments you make in doing what you love.
they come back in untold riches of the most important kind, meaning connection, fulfillment, not just money.
So this whole deep dive, guided by these sources, we've gone from feeling trapped
To seeing freedom as innate,
to navigating challenges with tools and support.
learning to fly within our actual lives.
It brings us back to that bird in flight image,
Mhm.
centered, present, soaring.
And that amazing insight. You're not flying despite the forces weight, drag, lift, thrust.
You're flying because of them, working with them.
Learning to balance them, which leads to that Tao of flight.
Those moments of perfect balance, effortless soaring.
That's the reward the sources suggest. Finding your way back to your essence, your flow.
And that final image from the epilogue, the Black Hawk Eagle.
Oh, so powerful. At the Yogashala, that feeling electrified, the eagle spirit leaping into her soul.
She is me, I am her, we are home.
That integration, the free self, fully present, fully embodied in reality. Beautiful.
So here's a thought to leave you with. If seeking freedom truly is a daily decision, and if the sources are right that the greatest reward is found in the journey itself, how might that shift what you choose to prioritize or pursue starting today?